In this video, I want to talk about a topic which I find amusing and also stupid. That's very much a myth in the close protection world. The myth that you are there to die for your client, that you're there to take a bullet for your client. If you want to die for your client, then you have mental health issues. You need to get help. We're not in this business to die for anybody. You're in this business to minimize the risk, to help protect the client and prevent hostile incidents from happening. You're not there to die for anybody. Now, one of the issues with this, and I understand where it comes from, where the myths come from. We can use the example of the attempt on Ronald Reagan's life, where US Secret Service agents stepped in front of the shooter, I think it was Hinckley, and they got shot. And they protected Reagan. Okay, they're doing their job. That's government agents. I take it I think there was 2 Secret Service guys that were shot and somebody else, but I'm sure after that incident they had their choice of jobs. They were very, very well looked after, etc., etc. They were protecting the president. Most government agents, if they're hurt in the line of duty, they're going to be taken care of. Their families will be taken care of. Now, that's a lot different than the commercial world. I think the issue with a lot of this is you've got former government personnel, military, police, etc., teaching a lot of courses, setting out the curriculums for a lot of courses. Okay, what they're teaching is what works in the government world, not in the private sector. As I said, those Secret Service guys that were hit, doing their job, they were looked after. Okay, let's transfer that to the commercial world. If you're working with, say, a client, how much are you going to be getting paid? These days, in most places, you're lucky, even top end, be seeing over $500 a day. Lucky. So most CP guys working, I would say, that are lucky, are seeing anywhere from $200 to $400 a day. Now, are you going to die for that? Let me throw in there, there's a lot of people working for a lot less than that. And I'll talk about that in another video. Are you going to die for $400 a day? Do you want to die for $400 a day? If you do, then you're stupid. Let's say now you're on a good paying job, you're earning $600 a day with an American client, you're in Cartagena. You come out of a nightclub, whorehouse, and your client gets into an argument with somebody. That person pulls out a gun, goes to shoot your client. Are you going to step in front of your client? Or put it this way, you step in front of your client, you get shot, who cares? Is the client going to pay your medical bills? Is the company you're working for going to pay your medical bills? If you end up dead, okay, your problems are solved, you don't have to worry about stuff anymore. But if you have a wife, children, etc., who's going to look after them? Who's going to be paying their bills? Who's going to be feeding them? The company you're working for? I doubt it. The client you're working for? I doubt it. Let's say you end up getting arrested due to the confrontation. Who's bailing you out of jail? The client? The company you're working for? I doubt that very much as well. Another example can be you're working with a client, NGO client, etc. Somewhere in Africa. Something goes wrong. Somebody goes to shoot your client. Excuse me. You step in front, you get hit. Who cares? Nobody. Who's paying your repatriation fees? Nobody. Who, if you end up in a wheelchair for the rest of your life, is going to be paying your bills, rehabilitation, getting you retrained for different lines of work, etc.? Nobody. So this is one of the big differences between the commercial world and the government world. The government world, you're going to be looked after if something goes bad to some extent. The commercial world, you're on your own. And even you might say, if you've got life insurance policies, etc., they're going to be voided if people find out that you're doing protection work, etc. So again, all this stuff about dying for a client, to me, is ridiculous. You want to die for people? All right, then you have psychological issues. You need help. You don't belong in the close protection business. If that's all you know how to do, if that's what you think you're going to be doing, then to me, you're a liability, because you're not going to be taking preventive measures to prevent that from happening. If you think you're going to step in front of a client and stop a bullet, well, I got news for you, because a lot of high velocity weapons that are favored by criminals, those bullets go straight through you and into the client as well. So you're not here to die for anybody. You're here to prevent things from happening. It's a preventative business. So I hope this little video has put a few things right. And if you've been on courses or listening to supposed experts, they're telling you to take bullets for your client and die for your client, I'd say they've got no grasp of reality and no grasp of the close protection business. They're living in a fantasy world. And these are the people, sadly, that are training people that want to get into the close protection business, but in reality they're mistraining people. If I hear people talking about such things as jumping in front of the client and taking bullets for the client in the commercial world, it says to me, you're complete and utter woe-to-mitty, and you need to find a new line of work, because you're just a liability. I have 3 books on Amazon about the close protection business. I have other books about the security industry. If you're connected with me on social media, feel free to send me a message. We got a lot of videos going up on social media, be it LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc. So check out our other videos and check out my books, and feel free to send me a line if you're connected with me on social media. I'm happy to answer relevant questions. I just delete stupid questions.